So Bitcoin is sitting at $104,681 right now. And yesterday we did see it aiming towards the minimum delivery that we had on this cup and handle. This is on a weekly, by the way. This is a cup, this is a handle, this is the minimum delivery. A minimum would be nicer towards 110, but it has done 108. So it lacks $2,000, but we might end up swallowing it and saying that, okay, this is enough as well. Plus the month of December is left, so Bitcoin might as well just rally and hit the minimum. The full requirement for the cup and handle is $120,000, where Bitcoin needs to rally all the way up towards 120. That's a full deliverance on the structure. But we are not looking at the long-term perspective today. Today we are talking about the short-term. FOMC is in 40 minutes or so. So it is going to have an impact on the market, and it's going to be the usual case scenario. I'll tell you what it will be. Our support is at 102. Now Bitcoin did drop, since yesterday I've covered it, did drop towards $103,000. Our support was 102. It didn't go all the way down here, and it's trying to hold on to the support. As I've already mentioned, that 102 acts as $100,000. We don't need to rely on $100,000 to assume that it is on an upward journey. If Bitcoin loses 102, for me that's like losing $100,000 support. Then I would expect it has started the downward journey. And I've already removed the support of 95, which means our support is at $90,000. So if it loses 102, I would expect it to continue with this downward journey towards $90,000, and the overall situation of 100K or 95K, I'll totally ignore it. I wouldn't expect that Bitcoin will hold on to those areas. Yes, it will have reactions while it is coming down. It can react to 100K, it's a psychological area. It can react to 95, it's an old support. But the overall reliance of those areas, I think, is pretty much dead. I would be rather looking at 90K as a support area instead of those areas. But if it is able to hold on to 102 and doesn't break, then of course I'm going to expect it to continue with its journey towards $120,000. The first is the minimum delivery at 110, and after that is the full delivery on 120. And that's pretty much it with Bitcoin. FOMC, if the news is bad, of course the market is going to crash. If the news is not bad, then the market is going to be a bit tricky. When the news is as per expectations, the market crashes 50% of the times, because it was as expected and people have already done accordingly. And 50% it pumps because the rest of the people, they didn't participate in it as per expectations, so they think of it as a good news and they still push it anyway. But if it is good, above expectations, then yes, market can rally. So in two case scenarios, you can expect a crash. In one case scenario, you would not expect a crash. So based on probabilities, your probability of crashing is more than 66%. So that puts you in a tricky place, because if you're dealing with 66.7% of probability of a crash, then you would be leaning towards a dip rather than a pump. But let's see how it goes. You will see in 40 minutes how the meeting goes, and how the overall impact is towards the interview and the Q&A and everything else. But anyway, you know what to do now. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, or I have touched on a topic and you expect me to explain a bit more, I'll try my best to explain that to you in the comments. Leave a comment. And I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because if you're not interacting with the video, or if you're not subscribed, you're not going to see all the 10 videos that I make every day. You're going to miss out on it, and I think you are educated enough to understand what to subscribe and what not to, because if you want to miss out on it, then why not? It's for your own good, and you should know better what is good for you.